Hey guys, Gina here with a very quick layout today. I am scrapbooking this photo of my nephew Eli, and he is pretty fanatical about how his cars are on the couch, and he lines them all up in a row, and they're always there. And so I just wanted to scrapbook that. And it was funny, he was here for Thanksgiving weekend, and he took the cars from our toy room and took them upstairs and put them on the couch the same way, which I thought was hysterical. But anyway, I am matting that photo on that dark blue paper, and as always, if you have any questions about any of the supplies used, you can go to the blog and they'll all be listed there for you. But I'm trying to figure out now what I want to use as the background, and I knew I wanted to use these three cardboard border strips. They are from, ooh, let me figure out if I can find out. I'm really trying to put my supply list in a way that I can read it quickly while I'm narrating these videos, but yeah, this isn't working either. Anyway, those border strips are for making memories. They're called Boy Chipboard Borders, and I'm going to use some Tombow Mono Multi Glue here to put some glue on the back of that. It's taking forever. And I'm going to use the three of them along the left-hand side of this layout, and that background paper that I'm using is from, who is it? It's My Mind's Eye Cut and Paste Adorbs Special. And then I'll also use some Echo Park All About a Boy and some basic gray for Studio Calico paper on this layout as well. And like I said, anytime you have any questions about the supplies, if I don't mention them and you want to know what I'm using, they're all listed on the blog post. That will go up with this layout, hopefully, if I stop procrastinating and putting the blog posts up. So this little large E is a chipboard shape that I got from who knows when. And I covered it like when Eli was first born, which he will be 4 in March. So it's been a while that's been sitting in my stash, and I finally found a place to use it. And I'm using the chevron paper. That's All About a Boy. Or is that the basic gray paper? I think that's the Nope, that's All About a Boy. That's called Chevron Stripe from the Echo Park All About a Boy collection. I think I've said that 5 times now. And now I'm just measuring exactly where I want to cut the top of that off. And I'm trying to figure out here too what else I want to put, because I'm feeling like the photo's getting lost on all of those chevrons. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and I want to keep one full row of those chevrons visible on the left-hand side there, which is why I'm placing the paper the way that I am. I want to make sure that, you know, you can see one full row of those chevrons on that side. And now I'm going to back that. That is some, I think that's the basic gray paper. That yellow. I'm not sure. I've started to make, it is. That yellow is the basic gray paper. And so I'm sorry about those beeps. That's my Facebook thing telling me I have messages. So people are trying to talk to me this morning. Anyway, back to that E. So that's a chipboard shape that I got a million years ago, and I covered it with Mod Podge. Mod Podge? Is that what that's called? That, you know, that sticky stuff. And I covered it all in ribbon. And it didn't work out quite the way that I wanted it to for the page that I was making at the time, but I kept it in my stash thinking that one day when I'm doing a layout about Eli, I would be able to use it, and here we are. I saw it in my stash when I started making this page, and I knew that I was using those stars. You see that chipboard star border going down the left-hand side there? I knew that I was using that. It's got many colors in it, and also that chevron has a lot of colors. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to also use that E. So I'm just pulling out some brads here. Some are from Echo Park About a Boy, and I'm just figuring out where I want to put them. And these are just 2 arrows that I'm going to use on either side. And I just changed. Sometimes those brads, when they come with paper shapes, I don't like the color of the brad that they pair up with that paper shape. So I just change them out. And then, you know, that's what I do to make them work for my layout. I am going to use this Bella Boulevard sheet of paper. It is Birthday Boy Alpha Bits, and I really like the font on this. And I know that the top of that layout, the top of that paper is green, but I kind of liked how that all kind of went together up there. So I was happy with this, and I really like the fun nature of this font. I thought it was cute, and I really wanted to use all of that lighter green, but I didn't have another A or another D in that lighter green, so I just used the dark green. And this font is actually upper and lower cases. And I don't know. I liked it. I thought that it was, we're talking about a boy and his cars and all that kind of stuff. And I actually named the layout A Boy and His Cars. So there you go. And of course, I didn't put the letters down where they should have been. So I'm going to have to pick them all up and put them all back down because that's what I do. Yeah. So I'm going to put that up there. I'm talking really quick layout here. I don't know how long it took. I didn't actually check. It will be in the blog post when I put that up, the time it took, but I'm talking quick. This layout did not take long at all. I've been doing a lot of quick layouts lately. I don't know what that's about. Probably because I feel like I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I typically don't get like, oh my God, I'm never going to get caught up. But right now, I don't know what it is. I think it's because I haven't been in my scrapbook room very often. And I'm feeling like, I haven't gotten a lot of stuff done. So I'm going through a bunch of different embellishment things that I have sitting on my desk that I thought I would use for this layout. And these are from Basic Gray. They are from the Hey Boy collection. That is the die-cut cardstock and transparencies. And at first I thought I was going to use those banner flags, and then I thought, nah, I don't like them. And now I'm just going to pull a bunch of these that I like out of this package, and I'm just going to make a little layer embellishment thing on the right-hand side here. And this is actually going to pretty much finish up the layout. After I get these embellishments, it's all about the memories, right? I don't know. I do a little bit of journaling on this layout, but not a whole lot. I'm trying to force myself. These are all about a boy layered stickers that came with that Echo Park collection. So I'm going to use some of them to add some dimension into that embellishment cluster that I'm putting there. I'm going to put that E down. I'm going to put my, I thought about using these frames, which are also from Basic Gray, but none of them worked out. I have such a hard time using frames. I'm going to have to look up some YouTube videos, I think, for people who are very sick. Sometimes I use them and they look really good, and then other times I can't figure out how to use them. I don't know. I have to watch some folks who use those. I'm just going to lay these down here, and I was going to talk about something, and now I completely forgot what it was. Oh well. Guess it wasn't that important, huh? Oh, this is what I was going to say. I'm forcing myself now to scrapbook in order. Like I started January of 2013, and I want to just continue through through 2013 in order. Because when I went, you guys are going to be very proud. I put my 4 feet of layouts that hadn't been in binders away. I put them all away. I'm very excited and happy. But then after I did that, I was like, you know what? If you scrapbooked in order, you wouldn't have to go through this nonsense. So I thought, okay, well, we're going to scrapbook in order because it makes filing easier. I don't know how long it'll last, but that's what I've been doing. But one of the things that I find as I scrapbook in order like this is that I get sick of the photos, which is typically, I have a short attention span, so I just like to scrapbook what I want to scrapbook when I want to scrapbook it. But we'll see how long this lasts. It's a challenge. Sometimes we got to challenge ourselves, So I put all those embellishments down. I'm going to actually write my journaling along this chevron. It says, all of the cars on the couch lined up in perfect rows the way Eli has to have them. And then I said, OCD anyone? All of my kids have a little bit of an OCD trait. They all have to have things in order. They all have to have things lined up. When you see them playing games, it's really funny. They argue over who's going to put the cards up in a nice pile. They're crazy, my kids. I don't know where they get that OCD stuff from. I don't know. I guess all of us in the family are a little bit like that. Okay, guys, here is a final look at the layout. As you can see, those layered embellishments along the right-hand side there. And if I was to do anything different on this layout, if you can see in that embellishment cluster, and I might need to go back and fix this, it might bother me. Although this layout is already in the book, so probably not. But it's bothering me a little bit looking at it now in that there's a lot of black in that embellishment cluster on that right-hand side, and there's no black to counterbalance that on the left-hand side of the layout, not in the bottom or anywhere else like that. So I may need to go back and look at that a little bit, but otherwise that's the finished layout. I added a couple of label stickers up there in the top right-hand corner of that embellishment cluster and added the date, and the other thing says remember, and that I needed to use that red sticker to add the the red, because the only place that red appeared was in that border strip that came down the left-hand side, and there's a lot of heavy red in that E, that ribbon covered chipboard E down there. So I felt like I needed some red. There's a little red star at the bottom of that cluster, and then I needed that bolder red at the top there with that remember sticker so that it kind of pulled all that red in. But it is bothering me just a little bit that there's black in that embellishment cluster and it's nowhere else on the layout. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but looking at it now, it didn't bother me when I first finished the layout, but looking at it now, it's kind of bothering me on this final look. So I might need to go back and balance that, and if I do, I will let you guys know. But otherwise, that's the final project that's the final outlook, or what is it? The final look at this layout for today. Goodness Lord, I can't speak. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.